Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu. Mark learns Japanese. It's been a while, mainly because I haven't had a great deal to show you. Akumi, the kitten, is becoming a bit of a handful, so I'm going to try to do some conversations with her today if I can get her to sit still for a moment, but she's really coming into her own and getting very lively at the moment. What else can I tell you? Oh, yes, Daiso. We've probably all heard of Daiso. It's sort of 100 yen shop in Japan. It's quite famous. We were watching, what were we watching the other day? Tabby Eats. My wife and I, we binged a load of Tabby Eats episodes with Satoshi and I've forgotten the other fella's name. What is his name? Shinichi and Satoshi. Tabby Eats. It's really good fun. They're a couple living in Japan and they mainly eat stuff. They do recipe videos, I believe, but that's not what people watch YouTube for, is it? They want box openings and things like that and a bit of entertainment more than they want education a lot of the time. So those don't get so many views, but we've watched quite a lot of their episodes and my wife's mother was over with us as well and we watched a load then, and they've done at least 10 episodes where they just get stuff from Daiso, kitchen gadgets and things, and they had a couple of things that we like the look of. One of them was, well, the best one was this sushi roller. I think it's called maki sushi, the rolled up sushi, or nori sushi, or sushi nori. I don't know. Yeah, and it looked really cool. So hopefully on the screen right now, either next to me or overlaid, I don't know, there'll be a little montage and video clip of us making this sushi with this roller. It's incredible. It was dirt cheap. We got it from Amazon. It was the Daiso one, but we bought it from Amazon because obviously ordering over from Japan is tricksy. And yes, so that was fun. Speaking of 100 yen shops, we have in the UK, we have Poundland. So it's like the dollar store of the UK is Poundland. And you remember that mug I like? I think I mentioned it, the one, the sort of Art Deco. I thought it was my nan's mug, my nana, Nancy Collins. I managed to break that mug. And it didn't have I don't think it had a sticker on the bottom. And I don't know where it was from. So that mug is no more. It is an ex-mug. But I have got a replacement from... Let me just see if that's on screen here. Just wait for my watch to connect. There we go, yes. This mug costs £1. So I got a Poundland mug, and it's totally branded for Poundland. It's brilliant. Okay. It's just instant coffee today. No Shakira for me. So as I say, I haven't done any videos of this ilk for a minute, simply because it's, I imagine, not especially interesting to watch me doing them. Once you've seen me do a few WaniKani exercises, lessons, reviews, that sort of thing, you've kind of got the idea. You're not going to learn Japanese by watching me do them. That's not the point of these videos. This is just for me to log what I'm doing. So yeah, I kind of stopped doing them. But what I did do is... But yes, I've added a script. I think this was recommended by Ocean on the WaniKani community message board. I'm just going to check. Be right back. Tell a lie. That wasn't the script I was thinking of. I don't know where I saw the other script. The script we're going to look at today. The one I'm thinking of was... Hang on. Yomi-chan, that's the one. And I can't remember who recommended that to me, but that's pretty cool. You just sort of hover over something written in Japanese, katakana, hiragana, kanji, and press Alt, hold down Alt, and it'll just do a little pop-up telling you what that probably says. And it, it's a single. So if a word is two kanji and you're hovering on the last kanji, it'll give you that. If you hover on the first one, it will think to itself, well, hang on, this is a word here. So it'll give you a better translation or a better idea of what it's supposed to say. So that's really cool. But the plugin I've got plugged in here, as I say, I will put a link in the description to the video. It's a self-study quiz. Basically, you install Tamper Monkey into Firefox or Chrome, whatever. I think it's called Tamper Monkey. Yes, and then you put in the WaniKani Open Framework and the WaniKani Self-Study Quiz, and yeah, and away you go. And all it does, it's got all sorts of different options. You can quiz yourself on absolutely everything you've done. I've set it to just look at things which I am an apprentice in at the moment. So there are only 78 of them. What I'll do, actually, I've just entered it, but what I'll do, let's switch round to a picture of the screen. There we go. And self-study quiz. There we are. So I have 78 apprentice items at the moment. We're edging very close to finishing level 3. And I've slowed down slightly on my lessons on level 3 just to draw that out, because there's a few I have trouble with. Life, cow, and the other one. Can't remember what the other one is. Life, cow, and 10 and 1,000, or is it noon? Well, we'll probably see them because I keep getting them wrong. But yeah, so we're just going to run through this 78 quick as we can. Right, so that is a sword splitting something. That is part, isn't it? So that would be bun. Bun. Let's turn up the volume on here so we can hear this fella tell me when I'm right and wrong. This one managed to knock back down to apprentice, even though I should know it very well. This is enter, so you enter and get a new car. Enter. This one I shouldn't be getting wrong. This is Francigin, Frenchman. But what I kept doing was writing man, France man, because I'm an idiot. But it's Francigin. Sorry, I just spoke over him, didn't I? Anyway, and that is Frenchman. I assume it's French person as well. Bump. This one again, I just typed in soil. I kept getting that wrong because I was putting in do, I think, for dirt, for the kanji, whereas this is tsuchi. Tsuchi. There we go. And that would be soil. This is a newish one to me. This is wakaru. Wakaru. Wakaru, which is to understand, which is one of the ones I kind of knew, because wakarimasu is one of the very first things you do in Pimsleur. So yeah, that's not a problem. This one I kept getting wrong. I kept mixing it up with the repeater. The repeater has basically this line chopping this line short, and I kept forgetting that basically. This is evening, so this would be you. Would it be you? Yes, it would. Wouldn't it? Yes. Evening. Door. Stub my top on the door. The mnemonics really do the job. This one I kept getting mixed up with to other one that doesn't have the it's sort of ground on the top rather than a lid. This one, because it's got a pointer on it, it's pointing in a direction, and that direction is home. Yes. That's the one I get mixed up with 10,000, isn't it? Yes, that's right. So without that little doobly-doo on the top there, that would be 10,000. Here's one of the ones I really kept having a problem with. I now know this is cow because it's got a horn on the top there. That's what's sticking it in my head, and that would be gew, wouldn't it? Cow. Origin. I always want to say this is origin. It's not. It's now, isn't it? Yes. Deguchi. Yes? Yes. It's got Gucci there. I never go to exit without Deguchi. I don't have anything with Gucci on it. I'm not a label queen. I think it's Deguchi. Deguchi. Yes. Is that to exit or exit? I'm just going to put in exit and see what happens. Yay. Sai. Genius. Thank you very much. Doing all right here. I've never done this well. The Triceratops. It's drying. It's half, isn't it? So that's Han. Han shot first. Shot. I don't know. Shot half the Triceratops' head off. I don't know. This is wide. And there's a wrestler called Chris Hero. Also known as Cassius Ono in the WWE. He's a bit of a jobber. And he is quite wide. He's a bit of a tubby guy. He's not a Yokozuna, but he is, he needs to do some sit-ups and lay off the carbs. But there we are. But that helps me remember that it's Hiro, because it's Chris Hiro. He's quite wide. Yes. Wakeru. Wakeru, which is to separate or divide or whatnot. Wakeru. So could you say wakerimasu? I don't know. Mum. Haha. This one I keep getting mixed up with hand and finger, but this is fur, and you mow the fur. Sounds horrid. This one I always stop and have a think about, because it feels slightly more complicated than others. This is city, isn't it? This is she. Yep. Tree. Bit of a pain. This one got knocked back down to apprentice a couple of times because I kept wanting to put in moku, I think. But we're all right now. This one I keep putting in the wrong version of onano. I always put onanohito for this one and onanoko for the other one. This isn't even that, is it? See, that's where it is. That's where it is. I look at the woman kanji and I think onna, but it's not, is it? It's joshi. I'm glad I thought of that. Woman. Yo. Hito or nenojin? Hito. 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 I was going to hito. No. Hito. Person. Man alive, it's warm in here today all of a sudden. Horrible weather all weekend, and all of a sudden I'm roasting. Bidama. Bidama. Marble. I still don't know whether that means a marble you sort of, play a game with, or marble columns, marble dug out of the ground to build amphitheaters and things. This is the other one. This is not direction, so this is 10,000 man. Yes. And one thing I found with this self-study quiz, it can be quite picky about what you put in. Yeah, that's all right. We're ignoring that incorrect because we had it right. Doesn't matter. And I don't believe it feeds back into WaniKani in any way, so it's not going to wreck my my points or anything like that. Old. Cool. This is cow. Deru. How deru leave? Deru. To leave. This is when I get mixed up with cow. This is life. Life feels like life. I think it's life. I saved your life. Say. Yeah. Whoop whoop. Oh, since we're talking wrestling today. Task. What's my task today? I've got to eat my yogurt. This one I kept getting mixed up with correct, because correct has the radical on the top there as well, doesn't it? This is stop. So, oh, she. Let's stop. I sort of imagine emergency braking, basically. Oh, she. Here we are. Not fur. Hand. There. Yep. Otonashi. Otonashi, which is obedience or obedient or doing the right thing. Your answer was slightly off. Yeah, it's probably obedient in the headline sort of main word in WaniKani, I imagine. Here we go. This is one of the ones that was a pain. Onna, and that's the other thing. I keep getting that instead of that. I've got to remember to keep hitting the buttons here. I am considering getting kana stickers for the keyboard and learning to type them that way. I don't know. Mainly to avoid this sort of problem and to just get myself thinking in these shapes related to sounds rather than translating romaji, don't know how you say it, characters or sounds into Japanese sounds. So, onna no hito. Onna no hito. Hito. Woman. There we go. Not stop. This is correct, but this is the kanji, not the vocabulary. Hold on. Show your correct say you're correct. Let's go with sure. WaniKani works, bruv. It really does. Why did I say bruv? Gee whiz. Acting like a kid here. This one I keep getting hito and futo or futari. Hitori, futari mixed up. Just something I've got to think of. I should remember it. Futari goto, me and you, two people. And now I'm looking at it and thinking, is it futa anything? Futatsu? Futatsu. 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 Yeah. Don't overthink them. Fat. What's fat? Who's fat? Oh, he's so fat he can't do his tie up. He's got big arms. He can't really used to do his tie. And I think you can have dye as well, maybe. Fatty Balati. There we go. Oh, look, here's another one. With that slide, top left. This has got heaven in it, and it's got a slide on it. I want to say it's yeah, but it's not yeah. That's something else I'm thinking of. I'm going to put yeah in just because I am utterly stuck here. But now I don't know what it means. Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. It's not yeah. Oh, is it yeah? Is it yeah? Yeah. I'm thinking of it as an exclamation. Yeah. But why am I thinking of it as an exclamation? Come on now. Come on, brain. Let's get those schemas working. Schema working.
Yeah. Jesus. Nothing. Minister.
I'm just going to... I have bottom. I have no idea. That flipping arrow again. Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. I know... I don't know arrow. I'm going to say I know arrow, but I don't believe know it at all. I didn't recognise that as gun, did I? That's my problem. I saw this as heaven, and I probably saw it wrong in that case, with a slide on it. Never mind. Not the end of the world, is it? Oh, here it is. 1,000? Say 1,000. I'm going to say 1,000. Noon. I just talked about noon. These are the ones that trip me up. They really do. They look so similar to me. And the brain isn't... I'm going to have to put them in my little book. And, golly. Unreal. Chichi, which is quite fun because that's now what in our head canon in the house. That's what Akumi calls me. The kitten calls me Chichi, and she calls Catherine Haha, and she calls Marshmallow One-chan. And Marshmallow's trying to be her mum now as well. So names might have to move again, but yeah. Chichi, that's me, and that's father. Don't dare write dad on the self-study quiz because they won't have it. North is a pawn shop, Pawn, and that's where you put things into hock. Origin, Gen, as in Genji, and Genki, apparently. I don't know if it's origin makes up part of that word. Damn it. Gen in the kanji, not in the vocab. Moto. I knew it was moto. I did know it was moto, I promise. Origin. Yeah. Getting dark in here now. Hang on. Oh, that's better. Right. 94.87 correct. So I got 3 wrong because that top one we're not counting. What does that X mean? Oh, that probably just means you got it wrong rather than get rid of it. If I re-quiz, will it re-quiz? Yeah, let's do that quick. Right. Click. Okay. Arrow. Yeah. Man, I'm really being I'm being so cautious now. I know. Moto. Noon. Jira wants to go on the slide. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, check me out. I'll just clip that in and make it look like I won't. Anyway, there we go. There's your video. That's the update. What else can I tell you? I'm looking at how I'm going to do the grammar. I'm really sort of not struggling with the ideas of how to do it, but I think what's probably going to end up happening is my wife suggested Japatalk as a website where you Skype or video conference call with native Japanese speakers, teachers, that sort of thing. I looked at that. My gauge for whether something's decent quality is I'll look on the forums of the community center on WaniKani, and if it's Japatalk only comes up once there, literally once in all the threads. So I'm sort of scratching my head over that one. Is it any good? Just realised my badge is probably sideways. There we go. And I found another one called italki, which seems to have much better reviews, slightly more expensive. So my thinking is, and sorry, the reason my wife brought that up is because she's saying, well, maybe I could buy you a subscription, buy you credits on this website, so you can then do lessons. She's really sort of, she's sort of my biggest supporter in doing this this Japanese thing. So I may well end up doing lessons through italki or something like that, using Genki. So working through a page or two, or I don't know how big pages are in Genki, but working through Genki and then going and discussing that for half an hour with a teacher, or working through Genki with them. As I say, I've not really looked through the Genki books at all yet. I have a couple of them, but I've just I've stayed away at the moment. So yeah, hopefully we're going to get into that soon. What would be nice is if I can find a teacher or teachers who don't mind me screen capturing it, so I can show you what the lessons look like. But that's entirely up to them. I'm not going to it won't be a deal breaker if I find a very good teacher and then they say oh, you can't video me. I'd rather have good lessons than good video content, honestly. What else? I'm also let's playing Lego games. Nothing to do with Japanese, absolutely nothing to do with it. However, I'm a big fan of the Lego games, and I'm doing an LP, a Let's Play, of all of the Lego games, of which there are currently 25 that I consider the ones worth playing. There's Lego Worlds I'm not going to bother with because I bought it and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It wasn't great. So I'm not going to bother with that one. It's not a classic Lego type game. So there's 25 classic Lego games, and so things like Star Wars, Lego Star Wars Complete Saga, Lego Indiana Jones 1 and 2, Lego Harry Potter, years 1 to 4 and 5 to 7, Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, the movie 2. Can I name them all? That's the question now. Jurassic Park, or it might be Jurassic World, one of the two. The Incredibles, Batman 1, 2, 3, DC Superheroes, DC Supervillains. There's loads of them, and they're just my favourite game because they're very, very simple, all have quite similar game mechanics. Each game sort of builds upon the last. Some games are more action-orientated, like the Star Wars or the Indiana Jones. Some games are more puzzle and exploration, like Harry Potter, but they all have that sort of charming Lego style, and I really enjoy them. So hopefully you'll go and watch those. If you don't, you don't. Don't worry about it. And I think that is everything. Yeah. I've got to tidy the office. You probably can't see much of the office, but I've got several tens of thousands of Final Fantasy trading cards in drawers over there. I've got some cardboard drawers over here of Final Fantasy trading cards as well. These are all legendary. Zodiac, Keeper of Precepts. Who will people have heard of? Zidane from Final Fantasy IX. Yeah. So that's one thing I do on the side is I have my little business telling them, oh, here's the foil ones. Yeah, so I've got to tidy this office out because the new set comes out Friday. My delivery of a dozen boxes arrives tomorrow. Now, a dozen boxes, let's get our calculator because I'm not doing that in my head. 12 boxes times 36 packets, and there are 12 cards in each packet times 12. That's 5,184 cards that when they arrive tomorrow or on Thursday, I will have to open and sort. And there'll probably be about 160 to 190 unique cards in the set. Times that by 2, so just under 400, because you get foils of every card. I have to list all those on my website as well. So it might be that my Japanese goes on the back burner for a day or 2, but I'll carry on with my reviews. I'll carry on using the self-study just to keep my hand in. I'll keep putting air teshi on, just to sort of keep hearing the sounds of Japanese, making sure that I'm thinking about it as much as I can. But yeah, until next time, press the buttons, do the subscribes, ring the bell, like, comment. That's all the things, isn't it? Brilliant. Love you, bye.